When Otto Frederick of United States discovered the first single slicing bread slicer, single loaf, in 1912, he kickstarted a big revolution in the baking industry. But not until 16 years later, in 1928, when he had the first fully functional bread slicer. And that 5 years after 1928, which is about 1933, 80% of all breads in the United States were sold as pre-sized loaves. And this today forms even a great revolution and lesson in that today, anything that is being discovered today, any invention, is being compared to this invention by Otto Frederick, because it is always said in quotes that this invention versus is the greatest thing since sliced bread was introduced. So this led to the famous idiom that we use today. And the reason why it is that is because sliced bread is very, very important in today's life. And today we'll demonstrate how to use a bread slicer to adjust it, to slice the bread, and the precautions you need to use for a commercial tabletop electric bread slicer, which is here. So my technicians are here, Anthony and Joseph. The first thing we do, we need to know the length of this, the longest bread we have here. It's 30 centimeters. So, and when we come to our slicer, the maximum loaf that can be sliced is 36 centimeters. But our loaf being 30, we have to adjust this slicer to 30 centimeters, around there. So you adjust it by moving these levers until you reach 30, approximately there. Then you fasten here, you fasten these knobs so that the bread does not move out of this rail. The same case here. This is the top part and this is the bottom part. We need to make sure it's already here, it is 30 centimeters, so there is no need to adjust. The next step, we will load our loaf, the longest loaf, you see. So it can go easily inside. And then maybe you need to release it a bit so that it can move through the machine. Make it at least 32 centimeters. Okay, then put the other loaves. Basically, these other loaves will exert pressure, but also, assuming we were slicing this loaf, we will again adjust these levers to this length, which is about 20 centimeters. This is our standard 22 centimeters. It's our standard 400 gram loaf in Kenya. Put the other one also. And now it's time to slice our loaf. We put on the machine here. It works by vibration, and you can see it's automatically slicing the loaf. So we receive it from the other side. And this is it, well sliced loaf. The greatest thing ever discovered in the world, sliced bread. And this is it. You can clearly see it's now ready for packaging. Joseph can do the packaging. And our last loaf is coming out here. You have to understand that the number of blades here is about 31 blades. So this slicer has 31 blades in the slicer, and we have spaced. These blades are fixed at around 12 millimeters. So what that means is that one slice like this here is about 12 millimeters thick. However, remember, Bakewave can provide you the slicers which slice thicker than this, maybe 13 centimeters, 14 centimeters, 15 centimeters, 16 centimeters. So you have a thicker slice than this. However, that will mean the number of blades will be less, probably 25, 28, depending on the slice that you need to acquire. Why is this important? It's because some markets, maybe they are doing a lot of bread sandwich. They need a thicker slice to be able to make a good bread sandwich, and so on and so on. So depending on your market, we are able to customize, and we have done so for many clients who need thicker slices. We can be able to customize for you a machine that will be able to do that. And finally, I can end this discussion by giving you 3 major precautions to take when you are using your bread slicer. Precaution number 1, never slice hot bread. At least allow your bread to cool for 3 to 6 hours before you put it in this slicer, because if you put a bread that is not well cooled, what will happen? 1, you'll damage your loaf because it's still weak and it cannot withstand the heavy vibration of the blade of the slicer. The second effect of slicing a hot loaf is that you will make these blades blunt. So when these blades become blunt, you have to change again, and this will make you change your blades faster than you are supposed to do, because generally you should change your blades 1 to 2 years down the line. But if you are slicing hot loaf, you'll find yourself changing the blades in even 6 months, 3 months, 2 months time. And this is more expensive because the blades are also a bit expensive. And so the other important thing you need to know about the slicer is you need to change your blades. Why? Because when these blades are blunt, they tend to strain the loaf, strain the slicing, and damage your loaf, because the loaf is straining to move through the blades. They are not sharp enough to cut it, and it ends up being damaged. So your level of damage goes up. And with those tips that I have prepared for you, I'd like to end this presentation, but please note that the greatest thing ever discovered in this world is sliced bread. Thank you so much for watching.